What's up, my crypto legends? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday today. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin, see what's going on with the markets, see if we can get some good opportunities here. Make sure to absolutely crush that like button on your way in, guys. Absolutely smash up the like button. Let's dive in here straight into Bitcoin. I'm going to give you my opinion right now on what do I think could potentially happen with Bitcoin, because yesterday we were talking about the immediate short term, okay? Long term, we do know, okay, these big massive rejections. We did talk about, you know, that major opportunity that there was here. Of course, that already happened, but very much detected here inside of this consolidation, respecting here this lower high trend line, and also this major big consolidation and that big daily level, okay? We were talking about that daily level yesterday on the live stream, okay, where it was very much respected here, almost touching to the exact dollar, as you can see, and coming straight back down. Now let's analyze the situation on the 4 hourly, because what I can see here let's just zoom in on the 30 minute, all right? Because I want to show you, yesterday we were talking about, okay, on the 30-minute chart, all right, that we did have this, you know, big drop over here, coming down all the way to the 618 levels, okay, approximately, all right? That was a good major trade here on Bitcoin, where we did have that rejection from the daily, from the trend line of the lower highs, you know, hitting that 618 here really nicely, as you can see, consolidating here at this range 618-65 level from this major pump. And what is happening right now is, you know, yesterday we talked about this major dump, this major ABC kind of correction, hitting the 618 also to perfection from this range. If I take Fibonacci retracement from this high to the low, you know, we were hitting that 618 almost to the exact dollar, as you can see here on the chart. Okay, we were just a couple of dollars away, but we did hit the, you know, almost the 618 level, all right? Getting that rejection from the 50% Fibonacci retracement right over here. So we got 50%, 618, you know, having that kind of ABC correction, looking for the lows here. Now, what happened is that we did get a huge amount of buying pressure here, as you can see with this major candle. So you can see that we did, you know, the bull stepped in here. We didn't retest the exact lows, but it was, you know, we were going to that direction. We were talking about, you know, it's very likely this low range to be retested. And yeah, we actually, you know, got this big major wick. What I possibly see here after this range, because once you see this kind of price action, you want to see the price, with this aggressive drop. Okay, we've had the consolidation right there. You want to see the price action drop, pretty fast. You don't want to have it consolidating here for quite a long time. So what I do see here potentially is that we are going to claim these highs, because we've had this major candle, okay, trying to break down. So you can see a failed attempt. You're creating slightly higher lows right there. So, the time right over here is, is getting exhausted. We should see this ABC kind of correction, a little consolidation, and then the price action moving to the downside pretty fast. That is not happening at this moment. We are consolidating, and there is a possibility that we are creating a Gartley pattern here. Why a Gartley pattern? Well, let me just show you here with this consolidation. This low over here is round about the 0.88, okay? 0.88 from this pump over here that we did have. As you can see, pump 88, and there is a possibility that we should be having a leg up, maybe to round about the $31,000 area, maybe slightly above. This is because of this Gartley pattern over here, from this high to the low, to round about the 618 here of this pump that we just talked about, creating this low here at the 0.88 approximately, just slightly below, and then potentially we could see that Gartley pattern going above the $31,000, 31.1, maybe in the next coming hours, because if we do, if we are going to consolidate for a longer range at this level, then yeah, this would be pretty much invalidated, because we want a one-to-one extension, okay, one-to-one Fibonacci time, sorry, from this potential Gartley pattern that should take us to round about the 31.1 ish approximately. Yeah, in the next coming hours. Why the next coming hours? Why the next coming hours? Just want to show you here, whoever's unaware of Gartley, of harmonic patterns, Gartley pattern right over here. This is a bearish Gartley, so it should be bearish once we do hit, that 31.1, 31.2. If we do get up there, this is usually a bearish pattern, so you could actually short that range if we were going to hit those levels, have a slight consolidation. All right, numbers seem to be pretty accurate here, but we haven't got much time. If we do start consolidating around this range and dropping, okay, then this will be pretty much invalidated. But this would be the trade that I would be looking for, having that leg up, getting another rejection here from these lower highs. If we do consolidate here at that 31.1, 31.2, it's going to be looking like a very good shorting opportunity. So we've only got a few hours left for this, actually, because it should happen in the next coming hours to have that leg up. All right, just because of the timing, this timing over here, that leg up should happen in the next coming hours. Let me just show you here with Fibonacci time, because this is extremely important. Of course, there is time for everything from this high over here to the high point here. This is already a one-to-one, so this is a one-to-one extension from this level to this level, so we should be getting that leg up in a matter of hours, maybe. If this doesn't happen in hours, then yeah, this is very much going to be invalidated. If we start consolidating at this range, then obviously this is very likely probably going to roll down. But the bulls have a chance right now. I think in the coming hours we're going to have that leg up because of Fibonacci time. We have the one-to-one extension from this range over here. From this low, we actually pumping at this moment. Let's see if we're going to see that bullish price action all the way up here to round about that $31,000. There is a high possibility. There is a high possibility in this happening, of course. And I actually did take a risky long position at this level on Bybit. Did take this risky long, having a stop loss. This is not one of my favorite trades because this is a risking 1 to gain 1.5 approximately. It's not the best trade. This is why I hardly scalp. But yeah, I do see a potential leg up here. in the coming hours. Very, very possible. If we start consolidating here in the next coming hours, having a drop, having a pump, then yeah, I will be exiting my position, maybe in a slight loss or break even, or getting stopped out here, obviously below the C point, which is where I have my stop loss. But the risk to reward here is not the best. Okay, it's not the best because the best level here to get into a long would have been all the way to up here. Why would it have been there? Because once you create this leg up, okay, and come back down and have this consolidation, of course you would be looking for that 618, all right, to get into that trade for that potential move to the upside. Because of this wick, basically, because of creating that higher low, because of this major wick, seeing this buying pressure and getting into the 618 here, looking for that liquidity grab above this this range over here, hitting the 0.78, which would be the Gartley target here. So yeah, we're going to take a look at some different scenarios, guys. This is something that I was looking at the short term, that potential possibility on Bitcoin having that short term pump to then come back down. It's very, very possible. We're going to take a look at Ethereum also today. Still in this like kind of massive aggressive descending triangle. Okay, massive selling pressure here, creating this big solid base at the $1,700 area. We know that this is the strongest level for Ethereum. Will it hold? Will we get a massive relief rally? Only if Bitcoin does behave. We can take a look at S&P 500. Gold. We can take a look at natural gas, because natural gas, I did exit my position on natural gas. I've been trading natural gas on Primexbt. I exited at a small loss on natural gas because I did short this range, and of course as soon as we claimed this range, I did close my short position. But I'm looking at natural gas right now, and this is giving me very much a lot of confidence that natural gas is just poised to a very big, large correction at some point in the next coming weeks. All right, and maybe this is the start, because I do see this as a small distribution event. We have been trading in this range, April and May, just a couple of months right over here, and smart money makes this kind of movement, slightly breaking higher highs, then just to aggressively, create a big, massive correction. Because smart money and natural gas was buying all the way back here in January, February, all right, before what is happening, in the east side of Europe. So something on natural gas is very interesting here, that we're having some pretty large volume. We can go to the 4 hourly here on natural gas. We had this aggressive uptrend, and then what is happening right now is that we have a large volume selling at the highs. Large volume selling at the highs. This is why I do think that this is a small distribution that can take the price of natural gas all the way down to around about the $6 or even the $5, even dipping below this range slightly. Yeah, very much. I exited my position. I would only re-enter a position here on natural gas if we come back up. All right, the ideal scenario on natural gas to give me confidence would be losing these lows over here, but of course there is a potential chance on natural gas retesting this trend line from these aggressive higher lows for having that lower high and then continuation to the downside. We had a pretty aggressive drop yesterday, natural gas, in between yesterday and today. So yeah, there's potential good opportunity on natural gas here, and volume is high. This is indicating, smart money is selling here. Huge amount of volume, biggest volume that we have seen for the last, 4 or 5 months on natural gas is happening right now, selling. So yeah, we had a pretty aggressive drop on natural gas between yesterday and today, over a 15% drop. And I did short right over here, but I exited here because, we were seeing some pretty large momentum to the upside on natural gas. Anyway, something that I wanted to point out, it's a market that I am eyeing, okay, for potential opportunities. Let me go through the comment section, say hello, guys. Obviously, in the live stream, I do want to talk about, what I see on the charts, give you my personal opinion. Let me see what the comment section is saying right now here. Only 70 likes. Come on, guys, make sure to absolutely crush that like button right away. Let me know. I'm gonna ask something in the poll here. I've got Joseph, how are you doing? Mark Dirch, Seb, wow, amazing guys. Thank you for joining the live stream. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's go through the comment section. Muth, sup, how are you doing? Cheers, Andy. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I really do try my best to get some good content out there, some good technical analysis, some opportunities. Guys, the World Series of Trading. Oh my goodness, guys, come on, let's... I want to make a team. We want to absolutely crush, okay, the charts and the competition. Let's see if we're going to be in the top 10 at least to be recognized. All right. Andy Bitcoinsensus coming strong, all right, for those big trades, for those big percentage gains, and yeah, let's be in the top 10. Come on, guys. So I will be announcing soon once I am a leader in the competition. Hi Andy, good morning. To thank for the tip on gas. My trade was extremely successful, shorting in at 9.5. Too bad I cannot send you a bottle of wine or champagne, Dennis says. Ooh, absolutely amazing. You're shorting on natural gas all the way at these highs, and I expect lower. I do see this as a distribution, especially this volume, biggest volume from, you know, the last 3-4 months. You know, you're having the big volume coming in at the highs right now, all this push down. I exited the trade. You know, this is, you know, this is the thing. You know, we might see the same thing, but you are going to make better gains than me. I'm going to exit. You know, it's just I haven't been focusing too much on natural gas, you know, focusing more on Bitcoin, because you cannot analyze 10 different markets because your head is just going to explode. But yeah, this is, I think it is ready for a potential larger correction. Claiming the lows here below the $6.50, it's just very, very possible. And hang on one second, because I am bullish on natural gas, but I just think it is ready for that correction. Natural gas has gone, you know, for in 3-4 months, it has pumped 150%. It is ready for a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a cool off. Natural gas consumption is slightly lower in the summer, okay, July, August. So it is just, it points out for a correction for the next coming months. All right, you know, smart money is seriously, you know, not buying at these levels. They are looking to sell at these highs. And absolutely phenomenal if you did short natural gas. You have huge gains. I mean, this makes me super happy. And you know, I exited. I was scared of this price action. I did short this exact 618 level from this drop. You know, let's see if, you know, maybe natural gas is going to also create that level for a lower high, because you know, this trend line was broken but came straight back up again. I do see this happening. You know, there might be another chance, you know, for late June to have that, you know, mid June, sorry, to have that leg down here on natural gas. Let's see if it happens. Natural gas can be traded on Primexbt. I have been making some pretty nice gains on natural gas and also crude oil on Primexbt. The good thing here, my goal on Primexbt is my exchange to accumulate Bitcoin. Period. I do not take any dollars. I do not change them for euros, dollars, or anything. They stay in Bitcoin. This is the exchange for my trading to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can, because I use it as collateral, and I can you know, trade different markets such as natural gas, gold, S&P 500. They are no scam wicks. There is plenty of liquidity. It is a super legit trading platform. You can check it for yourself. The good thing about this is that you get a 7% bonus added to your deposit, which is absolutely insane, guys. You need to definitely take a advantage of this bonus. If you are good at trading, if you are experienced, if you're not good on trading, stay away, because you will lose money very likely. Okay, if you are experienced and know more or less what you're doing, definitely check it out, guys, because you're using crypto as collateral. You can use stable coins, Bitcoin or Ethereum, and I am using Bitcoin because I want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can. So let's take a look at the comment section here. Let's take a look at a few cryptocurrencies, see what's going on, guys, right away here with the markets. Morning all, how are you doing, Joseph? Glad you are here in the live stream. Hola hombre, says Lorenz. Morning, Peter. Ro, morning. David, how are you doing? Dennis, hola a todos. Morning to all. Dennis, how are you doing? Hit the like button, says Joseph. Absolutely. Peter Johnson, I'll host a party next year. All are invited, says Peter. Wow, absolutely insane. Why not? Absolutely great. Jackie Wood, my mother is here in the comment section, always giving me support. Scotty, how are you? It always goes to the wick, says Stephen. Joseph, hello. I want to reinvest again my previous profits, says Janai. Guys, I've been removed. Scotty, where have you been removed from? I'll get you back in, Scotty. Tracy, don't worry. Morning legends, mods, mums, and ban Tracy, says Seb. Don't worry, Tracy, I will sort you out. No problem. We'll sell off all at the start of New York. Okay, we'll sell off. We'll sell off at the start of New York. Probably yes. I mean, if we do get this aggressive pump on, obviously, you know, my take profit area on this Bitcoin trade is at the 31,000, 31.1 thousand area because, you know, this is a level to be bearish. All right, we got aggressive lower highs. You know, we got the 0.78 here from this Gartley pattern, you know, right over here. And the reason why, you know, I was bearish yesterday. We were talking about this ABC correction, you know, coming down to retest these lows. We almost came in down and retest. You know, this was a quick take profit area. Once you have this wick over here, this is telling me, you know, hey, this is very likely not going to come lower. You want the bears to absolutely fight this range and continue back down. Once you see this wick over here, this consolidation, you can see the bulls gaining a little bit of steam here in the immediate short term. So yeah, there is a high possibility that you are going to claim this high in the next coming hours to get that leg up. Just looking at probabilities, looking at the harmonic pattern, Fibonacci time, bearish exhaustion here with this wick, large consolidation with higher lows, you know, a little bit of a leg up here, and then potentially come back down. This is something that we'll be analyzing. It would be nice to see a consolidation here at this 31.1, you know, 31.3, this area range, a little bit of volatility. It would be absolutely insane because we do have a big spike on the VPVR at this level. You know, this spike at the VPVR, which is at 31.3, it starts here at around about the 31.1. You know, it does make sense that the price of Bitcoin will get rejected at this level if we do have that leg up. Of course, you know, it would be risky here to long. It's just, I felt, you know, having a risky trade here, why not? But yeah, this is not the place to place a long position, of course, because this could absolutely fail. You know, we've only got a few hours here to get to the 31,000, 31.1, like I showed you with Fibonacci time for this potential Gartley pattern. Ideal shorting scenario would be here, having a consolidation in between the 31.1 and the 31.3 approximately levels. If we do have that consolidation, you know, we do have a big spike here on the VPVR. Big volume traded for the last, you know, 10 days in June here. As you can see, we have a big gap. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Bitcoin, it does. If we do get above the $30,500 range in the next coming hours, I do see us having a pretty large leg up because, you know, in June, we haven't had much volume traded in between 30,500 and 31.1. Here's where we start to see the volume. So yeah, I think a lower high is likely if we do get a consolidation at this level and then a big potential drop. Only if we consolidate here, guys. Only if we consolidate and see and see a potential rejection at that level. Anyway, you know, big gap here in volume from the volume trade of the last 10 days. We are at the value area high. You know, this is the moment. If we are going to have a pump, it needs to be in the next coming hours. Bitcoin cannot have, you know, many opportunities here. If it gets rejected from this range, I will potentially exit my short position because that is the moment. We've only got hours left. Looking at Fibonacci time, like I explained to you for this Gartley, to have that leg up. If we get rejected a couple of hours, then I will be very likely out of my position. You know, this is just a little bit of a risky trade because I do see that leg up to that 31.2. Of course, this is not a good long in trade, especially at these levels. Absolutely not. You know, I entered a slightly lower, but you know, if you want to speculate for this Gartley pattern, the best opportunity, you know, would be getting at these low levels for that potential long, because then you would have a tight stop loss. looking for that D point all the way up here. You know, that would, if you would have entered low, you know, the risk to reward for this potential trade is a 3 or a 4 to 1, you know, and this is what we're looking for. I entered a little bit too late, but I just felt, you know, I've had such a good couple of weeks, you know. I thought, you know, why not take the risk? You know, I'm feeling a bit risky because I've had a good couple of weeks of trading, and why not take the risk? It might be a good opportunity, but in this case it's only a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward approximately, maybe extending it to 2. Why not? The best opportunity here would be having that consolidation if we were to have that leg up, guys, like I explained, at the 31.1, 31.2. Okay, looking for this Gartley pattern that only has, you know, a few more hours left for that potential, you know, for that potential leg up. If we start consolidating, having a little bit of a drop here, having a little bit of a pump, then this would be too overextended in time, in my opinion, and I would be looking for exiting my trade. Best opportunity is here. This is a high risk trade, the one that I took. Okay, but I felt risky. You know, when you have a good couple of weeks of trading, you do put your risk a little bit higher. Good morning, Amro. How are you doing, Robert? Pump it. Yeah, I'm not sure. It is very likely, in my opinion, to get a pump here and then come down. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much, Scotty. Honestly, didn't do anything. Don't worry, I'll sort you out. Stephen, I sold some today looking to long support. Absolutely fantastic. Make sure to stay safe, Stephen. Hello. It's I think it's a Bulgarian name or Russian name. I can't read it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Absolutely. I want to go through the comment section. I'm just reading people saying hello and, you know, different things. Well done, Andy, says Carlos. Thank you. Yeah, this is not, if you're saying well done, I hope it's because of the content, because of the TA. Sir, I am learning your video, says Deepu Tomar. What about shorting D? Yeah, exactly. Shorting D would be the best option, okay? This is pure speculation because a Gartley pattern is only valid, of course, once you reach, you know, the actual D range, which is the 0.78, 0.79, having a little bit of that consolidation at this level. And then, you know, this would be the absolute short opportunity, right? You are hitting a big spike on the VPVR. You are following basically this trend, and only if you do see some wicks, only if you do see, okay, this is where I would enter, okay, as a conservative trader, only if I do see that consolidation at this range, at this D point, hitting the, you know, the value area low of this big mountain. Once I do see that consolidation at the 31.1, 31.3 is where I would enter a trade. Okay, you have large consolidations here. This is what could happen. You could get that consolidation, get a couple of wicks would be the ideal, a couple of attempts, all right, of the bulls trying to break above this range, and then enter a short. Of course, you would be at least aiming for the value area high, which is this level over here, the 30,500. So you do have a you know, potential 600-700 drop. All right, with a little bit of leverage, you can make some pretty huge gains. But yeah, that would be the take profit one, the value area high from this range. If you take C point to D point, or depending on where you're ending, okay, it can be the 31.1, it can be the 31.2, you know, it all depends on where you could potentially reach. If you are shorting this range, if you do get a consolidation, obviously remember, because we talk about support and resistance levels on the channel where prices could consolidate and take an opportunity. But if the price doesn't stop there, you do not take the trade. This is why, you know, I can't stress this enough, guys. But anyway, the 618 would be right at this level, 30,400, 30,500 approximately, where you do have the value area high from the volume traded, you know, the last 10 days here in June. So yeah, it would be, you know, all points out with the levels. Of course, you know, if we start struggling to break this high, the value area high. Look at the VPVR. We got a big spike on the VPVR. You know, maybe we're not going to get that leg up because we have strong resistance also. This is the moment for the bulls to step in. If the bulls can't step in the next couple of hours, then, you know, I would be exiting my long position, of course, and we won't see that, you know, that extension to the upside. But yeah, like I said, best high probability one would be hitting that D point and having that consolidation. Okay, that would be the best risk to reward trade, because your stop loss basically would be behind X. Okay, so you would be getting your stop loss here behind X, entering right over here at this range. So risk to reward would be at least a 2-to-1 if you do enter there, looking for that $30,400 range. Yeah, not much to add on that. Let's go through the comment section right away. I got a super chat here. Let me take a look at the super chat. 1 second. Nepalese, hi Andy, what do you think of DIA? Not after a TA, but your general view based on what they do. Quick project check maybe. Appreciate it, brother. Nepalese, thanks for the $10. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I know DIA is an oracle. It's, you know, I remember seeing a lot of people talking about it. I did some slight research on it. And wow, I remember seeing it at around about $2 approximately, and yeah, it's gone absolutely crushed. I think it's a pretty good project. I will definitely have to do some more research, check out, you know, what they're doing, what their partnerships, what is their roadmap, you know, for late 2022, early 2023. I would definitely have to check, you know, if they are moving forward. I know supposedly it's a really good oracle project. Obviously, I am full on Chainlink. You know, I know API 3, DIA, Chainlink, you know, they're the strong oracles. I know Band Protocol also is a strong oracle. For what I know, they are pretty legit and they are moving forward. I would have to do a little bit of more research. I'm very interested in oracle solutions, of course, because they are very important for, you know, blockchain projects to go forward in the future. Okay, so I'll have to do a little bit of research. Take a look at the chart here on DIA. You know, it's got absolutely crushed. It did have a pretty large correction. So let me just go here on DIA. Let me see if we have more price data on. Yeah, absolutely insane price action to the downside. I mean, not much to add. Not much to add here on DIA. I mean, if you are bullish in this on this project, it launched round about the dollar levels, so it is definitely a good level to accumulate. I would have to do a little bit of research, of course. Research is not going to take 10 minutes. Make sure to join the Telegram. I am interested in these oracle projects such as Band Protocol or DIA, just to do a little bit of research on them. But yeah, it's definitely accumulative levels, okay? These are starting to be accumulation levels. No doubt about that. You know, it's below the November, the 2020 lows, 2020 and 2021 lows. It's below that level, okay? This might have a large consolidation for the next coming months, and it will. I don't see a V-shaped recovery on DIA, a massive big pumpy action, you know, in the next coming weeks. It is very, very likely going to consolidate below the $1 level for quite some time. But it's a very, very interesting project. I know they were very active. They, you know, having partnerships, a very interesting oracle project. Yeah, not much to add on this. I think it's just gonna have boring price action, and it's gonna be good for accumulation. Scotty, thanks for the super chat. Just wanted to say thank you. Always amazing content. Should have more subscribers. Thank you very much. Subscribers will come. It's just, it is what it is. I'm happy with the subscribers that I got. If the channel is growing, then I'm also happy. If the channel stays stuck, then I won't be happy, of course. I want to get the kind of best out there. Let's take a look at the comments. Scotty, Tracy, thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you very much for that insane comment. Very much appreciated. Let's take a look at let's LTC and Solana, please. Let's take a look at Solana, see what's going on with Solana. Solana looks absolutely dead by the looks of things. Solana is creating, you know, let's go to the daily chart. Nothing much to add here. Zooming out on Solana, we had a very large reaccumulation created in 2021 here where we did have the drop. Okay, we had the massive pump in April, hitting the all-time highs back then. And then in May, of course, the big correction that happened for most of the crypto, but Solana then absolutely exploded. We had a large reaccumulation zone here in the summer of 2021 for Solana, and this is probably the area where we could potentially consolidate on Solana for the next coming months, all right, where we were consolidating in the summer of 2021. So yeah, like I showed you here, also looking at the VPVR is where we do have a large big spike, okay, where we do have a big spike on the VPVR thanks to this accumulation. This is why when we had this drop, we were looking, you know, for that potential bounce from this zone because VPVR had a big spike at this range. Of course, we have been creating some large volume at this moment. Now, zooming in here on Solana, you know, it is an aggressive descending triangle, something very, very similar to Ethereum, as you can see, creating this low over here. Can this be a double bottom? Are we going to manage to break above this descending triangle, or are we going to break support? This is the thing. Very hard to say at this moment. Very hard to say. All depending on the behavior of Bitcoin, Ethereum, we might see Solana having a little bit of a, you know, if Bitcoin and Ethereum pumps, then of course Solana will have that pump. The ideal scenario here on Solana would be getting above this last lower high, breaking out successfully here from this big major resistance lower high trend line, and then you could, you know, look for potentially a higher low here for continuation to the upside, thanks to this potential double bottom. Till then, we are still aggressively in a downtrend. We are creating a descending triangle, so the selling pressure that we need to go with the trend, selling pressure is to the downside, so potential retest of the $35 is possible. If we solidly break the $35 range, of course, we would have to look where Solana could stop. If we go to the daily chart here, you know, we'd have to take a look at some daily levels. I mean, I think we could drop aggressively with Solana. If we do lose the $35 range successfully, you know, we can come as low as the $20, $22 area, which was the lows of the summer of 2021, because the price action in between $20 and $35 was relatively fast. We didn't have any solid stops here on Solana, so it could get very, very bloody on Solana if we lose the $35. We have, you know, a pretty large leg down to the $20 range if we lose $35. No doubt in my mind about that. So yeah, not much to add on Solana. Just stay cautious. I would focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum mostly. Take a look at the DXY. DXY looks pretty bullish, bearish. Let's take a look at the DXY 1 second here, guys, because DXY is kind of struggling here. It is kind of struggling here to get above this range. We have big resistance on the DXY here at the $102, 102.5. Is it going to fail to break this range and create a lower high? I remember asking yesterday on the poll if the people were bearish on the DXY, and a lot of people were saying yes, that they were bearish. So yeah. Let's take a look at Phantom. Waves also says Seeker. Let's take a look at Phantom right away. Why not? Let's take a look at Phantom, see what's going on, and let's take a look at Waves also. Waves had a little bit of its own life. Phantom, yeah, not much to add on Phantom here. Huge market cycle, euphoria here for Phantom, kind of a double top And this is the moment where Phantom is going to be boring, like I said, for most of the cryptocurrencies. It's just going to have a massive, large consolidation, very likely in the next coming months. That would be the moment to accumulate. I think Phantom is a pretty good project. It doesn't work with blockchain, okay? It has a different technology, like Constellation DAG. I think, you know, the lows from the summer of 2021 also could be a very, very strong base, which is the 20-cent level. We can actually dip slightly below this range, but it's a large consolidation. We do have very likely a big spike on the VPVR at these levels. Yeah, a large consolidation here on the VPVR. Looking at the volume traded, you know, from 2021 and 2022, we can see that, you know, you start to see big spike on the VPVR, of course, around this range. There's more volume, of course, on the 3-cent level, 4 cent, but I don't think we're going to go as low. Taking a look at Phantom on the 4-hourly chart. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Wow, we have created a huge amount of volume in this range. If we do lose this low level where we are consolidating at this range right now, we have a very, very aggressive, you know, descending triangle kind of scenario here. If Phantom loses this range right now at the 33-cent level, it is very, very likely going to come down to retest or almost retest the lows here at 24-25 cents. We've created a strong base here. We're creating aggressive lower highs. This is a massive, massive selling pressure. You know, the probabilities in Phantom, you know, coming down to retest the lows at 24-25 cent level is very, very likely. It's just very likely. We got aggressive selling pressure here. Only if we do solidly break down here from this range. So if we do lose the 33-cent level, big volume, of course, I wouldn't rush in a short position. I would wait patiently for a retracement and a consolidation, and you will be looking for that 50% 618 level, okay, from this aggressive drop, all depending on how far you drop, okay. If it's going to be 30 cents, 29 cents, I would be patiently waiting for that retracement back here to the biggest point of control level right there, and then I would be considering entering a short position, you know, hitting the 50%, maybe a wick to the 618, a couple of failed attempts at the largest spike here on the VPVR from the volume traded in between May and June. That would be the ideal scenario for continuation. Look, entering that lower high, okay, not entering a breakout, because you could get that big massive pump, you know, to liquidate, of course, very aggressive short positions. That would, yeah, I would wait patiently for a little bit of confirmation here on Phantom. Remember, if you are an experienced trader, Phantom is actually available here on it is available on Bybit. They have spot trading. You can spot trade, you can buy and accumulate Phantom on Bybit, and also you have the USDT perpetual to use a little bit of leverage, of course, if you are an experienced trader. You do have an insane bonus down below on Bybit. Remember, $4,050 can be claimed at the rewards hub. You need to follow the steps to claim up to $4,050. You have 30 days of 0% maker fee, okay, if you sign up with the link down below. Also, you do not pay fees for 30 days, which is absolutely amazing. When good dumps, I have no idea when good dumps. Also, guys, I wanted to explain here, remember, when we're talking about major levels and large consolidations, we need to, you know, we need to wait for the price reaction. We've been talking about this range, okay. One of my latest video was talking about, you know, this major level, okay, the $30,500, $600 range. If we do have a consolidation on the 1 hourly chart, okay, then this is showing you price exhaustion. It is showing you, yeah, that we could potentially take an opportunity. When you slice through like this, you know, there's no trade to be taken. There's no trade to be taken. Like I said, you know, if the price of Bitcoin was to pump all the way up to 31.1, 31.2, okay, and we do not get a consolidation, there is no trade to be taken here. The price needs to see a reaction, price needs to see exhaustion to decide if you are going to take the trade. You know, this is the thing. A lot of people get highly emotional because, or they're either risking too much or they are fearful in missing the trade. Okay, they get fearful and they jump in a trade because they probably want to miss it. I mean, this happened to me many times back, you know, a few years ago. But I'm so patient right now because patient is key. You know, what could happen on Bitcoin also, which I think is unlikely with the whole bearish sentiment that there is, you know, getting an aggressive pump to the 31.1, 31.2, and then you might get a big massive pump, you know, to $32,000. It is possible. It can happen. Would have shorted this range if this happens? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take the short. Only if we have that consolidation, all right, and have multiple attempts of the bulls trying to break this range, this big massive mountain on the VPVR, you know, these big consolidations. Only if we consolidate and fail to break up is when I will take the short. And this is super important, guys. I can't stress this enough. BTC will go to 32.5 today. I am sure of it. Wow. Huffy says that we're going to 32.5 today. I'm going to write that down. That is very clear numbers, eh? Very clear numbers. You guys will notice, I always talk about probability, you know, very likely, you know, nobody knows at the end of the day. Talking about major levels, I never say, I am sure we're going to go and pump to 31.2K. No. I think, you know, if we do go there, you know, there's a high probability in getting up there. If we consolidate at this range, you know, we might get exhausted and have that leg down. Talk about probabilities. Don't talk about I am sure. Huffy, you're very confident. Unify prediction. Wow, Unify. I don't know what happened with Unify. There must have been a massive big news. They did add Unify to Bybit trading. I was like, what is this? It was 90% up yesterday. Must have been, you know, some confusion here of about news or something, but it did have a pretty aggressive pump yesterday, as you can see. Before yesterday, actually, you know, went from $3.40 all the way up to $32. They added it on, you know, the reason why I did see this is because they added it on Bybit. You know, I was thinking, what is this crypto? Where is it now? Why isn't it here? They did add a Unify crypto yesterday on Bybit, and it was up 100%, which was this Unify. It's not there right now. I don't know. Must have been some confusion there. But Unify was added on Bybit. I'm 100% sure I did see it on Bybit yesterday. Anyway, Unify prediction, I have no idea. I mean, this was a little bit of a pump and dump. I have no idea what happened. We can take a look at the charts. You know, Unify prediction. You tell me. I stay away. This altcoin has, you know, 40 million market capitalization. Just a few days ago, it must have been around about the 15-20 million. Stay extremely cautious. This is an extreme low cap cryptocurrency. Price prediction for this, I have no idea. I don't follow the project. I don't know what it does. It just had a big massive pump and dump for the last few days. Stay extremely cautious. Unify, yeah, Unify. UNFI, oh sorry, yeah, not Unify, UNFI, maybe he on Bybit, UNFI. Yeah, there it is, UNFI. They did add this on Bybit just a few days ago. End of May, actually, 30th of May. So just less than 2 weeks ago, they did add it on Bybit for some reason, and it got a huge pump. This is pretty curious. When cryptos are added to Bybit, it either pumps the first couple of days, because the amount of volume on Bybit is huge. Of course, it's already in the billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. But it either waits a few days and then has a massive pump, or it pumps straight on the launch. So yeah, I need to find out on these cryptos, because you know, it's worth a speculation. This pumped on Bybit, you know, just a few days ago. Obviously, these are very unpredictable, but yeah, if you have a your good risk management. You know, why not put a little bit of leverage into a long position here? Not too much, of course, of your capital, because this pumped over, I don't know, what was it? $2, $2.40, over 1,000% pump on Bybit. Absolutely crazy. You know, the gains that you could have made here. Obviously, this is absolutely unpredictable. But if they put Unify on Bybit on the 30th of May and it was trading flat, you know, this is a cryptocurrency that only has, you know, only had about 10-20 million market capitalization. Why did they add it on Bybit? And after adding it on Bybit 10 days after, you know, this seems like an inside job. You know, why don't we add Unify on Bybit? And then they have, you know, this inside job as in, let's pump it aggressively and make some huge gains, get some really important news out. You know, all this is a kind of planned event. Okay, this is a planned event. You know, you add a cryptocurrency, it's which is, you know, it is a micro cap cryptocurrency. It is 455, ranked 455. It must have been ranked a few days ago. What is it, 600, 700? At least it had half. 20 million market capitalization cryptocurrency added on Bybit. 10 days after, it has a huge, massive pump. Not even 10 days, 8 days after. A huge over 1,000% pump. Yeah, this is absolutely coordinated, you know, market manipulation. I gotta say it, guys. It just is. Pump and dump. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. Stay cautious with this, you know, pump and dump. Let's take a look at waves. Karan wants waves. And Seeker also wants waves. Let's take a look at waves. Absolutely. Right away. Let's take a look at waves. Oh yeah, we were taking a look at waves yesterday. Waves has its kind of own life, okay? Waves has its own life. Be cautious with this because there was something fishy with waves also. You cannot go, all right, in February and pump, you know, over 600% in less than a month, okay? In about a month, all right? Just, yeah, around about a month approximately. End of February, late March, 600%, and then comes straight back down. You know, there's something fishy going on, you know, over a 90% drop and also less than a month approximately. Yeah, yeah, something fishy going on with this. But anyway, it seems like it's cooled off. The pump and dump happened already the last few months. If we you know, smart money, I think, are buying at these levels. There's no doubt about that. We have a huge amount of volume. You know, there is hundreds of millions, you know, coming in on waves at the $4 range, because it's a 700 million market capitalization project at this moment, and it was only about 300, you know, about 2 weeks ago. So this is why, you know, of course, you've had a few hundred million poured into the waves crypto project. This is why you had this aggressive pump. You know, this can be the start of some bullish price action to the upside. And we were analyzing waves yesterday on yesterday's live stream, and I just wanted to show you here that it is very, very likely, you know, you got some pretty nice aggressive volume to the upside. You know, it's very likely going to have a consolidation at this range and have an attempt to retest the highs here at the $10.50 level. Okay, very, very likely this is going to be retested after this consolidation. What we do not know if we can maybe have that another leg down on waves. Okay, but I like this consolidation on waves. Waves has a little bit of its separate life. You know, most of the cryptos were kind of bearish here in March. You know, in April of this year, we had you know, a huge massive pump on waves, and waves had a really nice pump, of course, just at the end of May, having a little bit of its own kind of life. So yeah, you don't have to pay too much attention on Bitcoin in the case of waves, because it has moved differently. But you know, I'm eyeing this consolidation at this level, around about the $6. Yeah, it's in between 6 680 approximately, we were talking about yesterday, this potential 618 level. We're already hitting 50% Fibonacci, where we are getting this consolidation right there, as you can see. If we come down to the 618, 65 and consolidate with extreme low volume, even better. This is just very likely going to get an aggressive pump. I do see this the $6.80 range on waves. That would be the ideal scenario. We could pump from this level to retest the $10.50, or we could either dump a little bit more. I would wait patiently to potentially long this range. Yeah, I would be more focused on that. Volume is going low and low and low. You know, this is big money coming in. It's just waiting for cheaper prices, you know, and I think they're going to step in and retest this $10.50 at level. It's very likely to happen. Looking for that leg up on waves to that $10 area in the next coming days potentially. Guys, I will do another take a shot for every time Andy says waves. Yeah, absolutely. I must have said it about 10 times. Hi Andy, new to the channel. Great TA. What you think about of BTC hitting the 200-week moving average? Let's take a look. I am not a moving average guy, but I can take a look at that because you are new to the channel. You will notice that I never use moving averages, but we can take a look. So I guess the 200 weekly moving average. Let's get the moving average here and put it to the 200. And I think this would be the bearish case, right? The 200 weekly moving average, which would be all the way down here. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I've seen people talking about the 200 weekly moving average, and that would, you know, that would indicate the bear market low area, right? That would be a massive good buying opportunity, the 200 weekly moving average. I've seen quite a lot of people talk about this. And yeah, I mean, I am bearish midterm still for Bitcoin. I do think that this bear market still has, you know, 6, 12, 18 months. Very, very likely. So the, you know, coming down to retest this level, I think it is very, very possible. I think we could hit, you know, right at this moment, it would be around about the $22,000 range. We can see how it was the bear market low, okay, back in the last cycle. So can we come down and retest it? We also came down in the C19 crash. Can we come down and retest this level? Absolutely, totally possible. I am still bearish midterm. Okay, for Bitcoin, can we see some relief pumps? Yes, obviously we do see relief pumps in bear markets, okay? But coming down to that range in between the next 6, 18 months is absolutely very, very possible. And it would be an insane buying opportunity. So yeah, I do think that could happen, absolutely. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to do a video update afterwards. You know what I think about Bitcoin. Stay extremely cautious. I did take an aggressive trade on Bitcoin. I do think in the next coming hours we could have that leg up. Only to be bearish though. Only to be bearish. Claim this high above 30,800 and consolidate in between 31.1, 31.2. 31.3, round about that range, and then potentially if we do consolidate in between today and tomorrow, if we do get up there, of course nothing is guaranteed. I don't know if we're going to get up there. I do think with Fibonacci time and this Gartley pattern, with this wick also, this major wick that we did see with the bulls, you know, stepping in, I think it's very, very possible that we do get that leg up, only to have another leg down if we consolidate. Guys, I hope that is kind of almost clear what I see here on the chart. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. Make sure to absolutely smash that like button if you enjoy the content. Like always, 200 likes, guys, you're amazing. Check out, you know, the bonuses down below, only for the experienced traders. If you are not experienced, you know, make sure to risk a very, very small amount to practice, okay? You can use Femex. They have, you know, they do have demo money, so you can trade with demo. But if you are experienced, you have insane bonuses down below on Primexbt and on Bybit, guys. Make sure to take advantage. There's also full video tutorials in the description if you do not know how to use these platforms properly. I do a full video tutorial. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest technical analysis and news, all right? Technical analysis ideas that we do post every single day. Great TA, says TS Pedro. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Andy, says Abida. Thank you, Amro. Guys, thank you for joining the live stream. You guys are absolutely amazing. You know, I really pumped up to make these live streams because I really like to interact with the community. Ro, thank you. Felipe, thank you very much for joining. Also a very strong supporter. Guys, have a fantastic day. Hopefully I can do a live stream afterwards or a daily update on Bitcoin and maybe some other altcoin. I'll probably ask in the Telegram group. If you haven't joined the Telegram group, join it right now. I will be asking what cryptocurrency do you want me to analyze properly, you know, full focus analysis with Bitcoin. Okay, so make sure to join the Telegram group. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.